Welcome to New Hue Handspuns Bam Huey Spinning Club. Here are the 4 color choices you have to choose from, and each month you'll be working with complementary colors to your color choice. The first month we'll be dealing with a single color gradient. The second month will be stripes and then softening of those stripes. And the third month we'll work with textures along with the Bam Huey, and how pure wool works applied with the Bam Huey. I thought I might introduce you to myself a little bit here. This is my dye area. Yes, I do live in a basement and I have a very small area to work with, but I think I've done pretty good with it. Here is where all the magic happens with the colors. This is my aisle dye studio. I start out with 66 colorways, get to blend those, and I just have endless options. I haven't even begun to deal with all of them. And for Christmas this year, I splurged, and the shop bought all new bottles for mixing dyes, so everything's the same size and looks so good. After 18 years of dyeing, some of those original bottles were looking pretty sad shape. And here's my dye table where I do all the mixing. I have nice rock ready to go here for my next dyeing session. Many people ask me, why is my Bam Huey in 3-ounce packages and not in 4 ounces like everybody else? Well, the answer to that is it's the length of my dining room table. This is the dining/dining room table. And that's how long of a piece of fiber I can get on there and hand paint it. I didn't start out to be a dyer. I just dyed fiber because I couldn't find what I wanted. So I made up my own rules on how to do it and didn't realize how everybody else did it. And right now I've got over 175 colorways that are all set to 3 ounces. So that's the way it's going to stay. This is 40 ounces of Bam Huey in the Heart Song colorway. It's getting rolled up and ready to be packaged for samples in the fiber box. Fun little way to get a sample of all kinds of dyers' work. Definitely something worth looking into if you like to sample people's fiber. I've been in a knitting craze lately, and I've been knitting hats. 2 color hats to be exact. Here's one that's waiting to be finished. As you can see, it gets kind of lumpy bumpy in its processing here. I still got that top to finish off, but once you wash it, they're all nice and smooth and the pattern shows. I don't follow any pattern books. I just kind of do what feels fun at the time. You can see there's a few mistakes in there, but they make for a nice warm hat. There's the baby Huey there that I spun up for Spinzilla, a little ear warmer hat and a matching neck warmer. I'm working on some mitts to match that too. I put that up for sale as a whole set. And then there's one done in Bunny Patch, which unfortunately is no longer available. That's Bunny and Merino mix. Someday I hope to get something to replace that back in. And then up above we can see there's my work lists. And we're starting to build up a few entries into the Fiber Club. I need to see a few more. I hope a few more of you like to join on in. And also here's all my storage for shows. You can see there's my garden fences that I hang all my yarn from, and the tree of just wedges in there, so it only comes out 4 shows. And here, I'm going to turn sideways here so you can see it, is a stack of fiber. 3 different types of fiber that I don't have available in my shop. And if you come to the shows, they're there. I hope to someday get them in the shop, but that's a lot of listing work. There's my handy dandy skein winder I love to death. It's been with me for 20 years and held up just fine. Well, lots of repairs and beefing up, but I like it. Here's fiber that's waiting to be dyed. There's 100 rolls of Bam Huey. There we go. 100 rolls of Bam Huey waiting for dyeing. More fiber waiting to be rolled up. What's left of a 45, or excuse me, that was a 48-pound bale there. I love getting the full bales. It's more fun to deal with. And more of my boxes of show stuff, my basket full of baskets. But this is where most of the work happens, with the dyeing and the packaging. Some yarn, freshly spun up, waiting to get washed. But here is where the storage of the fiber is, into our main little room here. The teddy bears are there waiting to wind up the confetti mask that's drying. That's a big 1,030 yard skein there, and a 554 skein there, hanging to dry. And as you can see behind there is the wall of fiber. Show you what's behind the wall of fiber. Yeah, we'll come around the corner. You can see here, there's my spinning station with the latest fiber that I'm needing to spin up. Down below it, the latest shawl project I'm working on, trying to write the pattern as I go this time so I don't get in trouble when people want to know, what did you do? And the spinning chair, computer waiting there, empty bobbins waiting to fill. We got some burning bush in the back there, and some rose petals in the front there waiting to get plied up. Not together, mind you, other things. And more empty bobbins. And then we see back here, there's that wall of fiber into my office area where I do all the paperwork and everything. There's my mailing station. So you can really fit a lot into a small space. All my bookwork, my baskets, and there is the tower of hand-spun yarn. Only about 2 buckets of that is actually listed in the shop. The rest I've got to get done. So can you guess what I need to do? I need to list things. And there is my little desk, somewhat cleaned up so it can be used. Got tax work to do. Not fun. Let's not think about that. Let's go back to the wall of fiber. So here you can see, this is what I look at all day while I work. A wall of fiber. Not too bad, but what's holding up this wall of fiber is a 6-foot by 6-foot Navajo loom that my husband and I built many years ago. I wove 2 small projects on it, and then it became a drying rack for my fiber. Oh well. There's some nice things to look at when you're working. A little distracting sometimes. But that's basically a little introduction to me, where I'm working, what I do, and what kind of filming you're going to get for me working and explaining and showing what we're spinning. There's the top of that. That's a big thing. 6 foot long. Here we go. Yep, 4 foot feet that stick out on that thing to keep it steady. My wall of fiber. Well, I hope to see you in our spinning club, and that we'll have some fun exploring. I will be giving what I plan to do with the fibers, but I can't wait to see what you come up with to do also. And I hope this to be a fun experience for all. Thank you. See you spinning.